Alright guys, our fifth live class officially starts now. Welcome Abraham, welcome Isaiah. Like I made mention, we are going to be building a um, logistics website. So let me just share my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Alright, perfect. So we have been building with WordPress over the course of the last 3 weeks, almost a month now. So I believe you guys are familiar with the installation and everything. So I've just created this URL, a subdomain of our project website here for the purpose of this project. Okay, so going over our project UI, that is the user interface. We can see it's a logistics website, and where do we have it here again? Alright, so here is it. So I'll just be using this as, so we're going to be using this as a guide. Alright, so I'll just zoom in a little bit, or I can increase the size. Can you see it? Alright, so it's just a simple UI website, and I would see how we can start building this right now. So I'll zoom in a little bit. And first of all, if I want to build a website, I like starting from the header and footer. Okay, so I'm zooming this in. For our UI, we have home, we have program, we have about, we have contact. Okay, we can put basically anything we want here in the menu. Okay, this is just a guide. We don't necessarily have to follow this 100%. So we can see that our colors are black and red, and we have the logo here, or we can also put it here. Okay, so let's head over to our WordPress website and give it a name. So first of all, I get to settings and change setting configurations. Okay, so this is a site title. I'll just give it LVG, or I'll give it another name, Spring Logistics. Okay, Spring Logistics. I'll say tagline. I can say your best shipping partner. Okay, the site icon, I can just make something briefly in Canva. Before I save this, let me just make something briefly in Canva. I can say canva.com and create a simple logo. I can even take a logo from the templates we have here. Okay, I'm using Canva Pro, but you can also use Canva Free and get a lot of rich resources. So I go to create design, and I can basically search here for logo. Okay, and the logo comes up, and from the template here I can just search for logistics logo and modify the template. Okay, so I can say logistics company. I can use this. Okay, since we have a black uh, website background, sorry, so I can say spring. I can change this to red actually, so that we can basically follow our UI. So I can change this to red, 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 spring logistics. Okay, logistics. So I change this to red. I change this to red. Okay, I change this to, maybe I can give this black thereabouts. Okay, and let's see if we can give this red. Okay, and let's see if we can give this black. Okay, so this is just basically a simple logo. Let me just give this all one color. Can give this black. Okay, so this is just a simple logo we can use for this website. I go ahead and I download this to my laptop. Okay, so I go back and the site title, okay, the site icon, sorry, this is what shows here, okay, at this page title, okay, this globe here. So if we go back and we change this, we can basically save this. Okay, so ALT, I can say site logo, site title, logo, or any name of your choice. So I scroll down and I save this, I crop site icon, and we save. So I just go back and I can zoom this out a little bit. Perfect. So now I want to change the upload the site icon or the site title. I can go to the front end or the back end, but probably before then, let's install our theme. I like to use a theme known as Astra theme. Okay, so I go and I add new theme, and I search for Astra. Please, if you're following, you can indicate. Perfect. So I'm installing Astra and I activate it. Next steps, I try to customize the font I want to use. Okay, so now I have a sort of readme file here. I know this, we're not doing much of coding here. This is a no code platform, but I have a way, you know, to plan website. Apart from the UI, you choose the font of your website, you choose the background color, you choose the text color, and you choose where you can get your pictures. So as a developer, it's very important to know where you get your pictures. Okay, so pictures have copyright, your website can be pulled down, your website can be reported, so it's very important you know where you get your pictures from. So I have two websites I get my pictures from here, which is pixels.com and freepik.com. okay, and I've choose a font for the heading. Okay, this is Roboto condensed, and the text type, that's the other smaller text, is Helvetica. The background color is black. Okay, so I'll be attaching this maybe to the link in the description, but here's how you can get a color for a website. You go to this color website, you go to colorhunt.com. I'll just be opening it here in a new tab. You can basically search for any color of your choice, try to understand the shades, try to see how, you know, they can be useful in building a website. This is black, you can copy the hexadecimal code. This is light green and navy blue and all that. Okay, so I will just be heading back, and we have some other websites for pictures, we have some other website for font. So you can get font here by going to font.google.com, go back, font.google.com, and we see, so we have other website here, and you can search for basically any font. And the good thing about this website is that it's basically going to show you how your font is going to look like. So this is Roboto, this is another font, Playfair Display. Okay, this is going to look like. This is Ubuntu, this is going to look like, you know, and all that. So the one we have chosen for the heading is Roboto condensed. Okay, so this is for the headings, very good for the headings. Okay, and the one we have chosen for the text, Helvetica, I think. vertical. Okay, so I'll just head back, and now I've installed the Astra theme. I'll try to customize it. I'll go to customize, and I can upload the logo I just created on Canva, and go about it from there. I build the header, build the footer, and we get this done. So if you're with me, you can indicate. Thank you. Thank you. So let's try and customize the font and the headings and everything. Although we still have a way we can change it through Elementor, but this will be a perfect way to save ourselves some time. Okay, so I will just be going to global, and I'll be going to typography. Okay, so this is just a demo website here. Presets, typography, and let's see. So this is for the heading. Okay. Hello, peace. Hello, peace. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so okay, I think this is the heading for Roboto Condensed. Okay, so this is one way we can change the heading. Okay, I think I've gotten it here. We can also change it through Elementor. Okay, so I will just publish this. So I've changed all the headings to Roboto Condensed here. And what's the next thing again? The body. I think so. Okay, this is the heading font family. Body font family. Okay. Colors. Okay, these are the headings and all that. Okay, I would just like us. Let's go to Elementor. Okay, we can change it to Elementor. But for the meantime, we'll have to create our menu header and footer. Okay, so now if you look there, we have only one page. Okay, which is just this page here. Okay, perhaps before then, we can create about 4 pages. Okay, we can call this one home. We can call this other one about. We can add a new page here. We'll call this other one about. Okay, about. We go to the Astra for width, unboxed, publish, and that's all. Okay, so we add a new page also. Okay, so we can call this one, let's say something like request a quote. Okay, when people are requesting like what your business does, they want to get back to you and all that. So this is for request a quote, full width, view it unboxed, and we also publish this. Okay, then I can add something like our services. So I can add something like services. full width, unboxed, publish. Okay, so we add new page and we add something um, like contact. Contact. Please, if you're with me, you can indicate, just raise your hand. All right, thank you. So this is contact. Okay, so we have created I think 4 pages so far. All right, so we have about, contact, home, our services, request a quote. So this is about 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we can begin to work with that. I can just create one more page later on for future purposes. Okay, maybe when we want to add e-commerce configuration, we can do that. So I'll just say product. Okay, product. um, I can say publish. Okay, perfect. I will just go on through creating the menu, the menu items. So by default, I think some themes used to come with some menu, while some others do not come with menu. So that beside anything, the menu will contain the pictures, or sorry, the pages we want to appear on the front end. So to create a menu, simply we can go to appearance, we go to menus, and we can create a menu. So I think we have a default menu here, like I already mentioned. Some themes come with default menu. We have primary, so we can simply modify this. Okay, so I talked about dead links the other time. Okay, so this theme came with about 5 dead links. This page do not lead to anywhere. Okay, they are just used as a placeholder here. So I will just remove this other one, so you can see custom link, that is a very valid page here. I will just remove this. I would remove this. I would also remove this, and I will also remove this. Okay, and I can add this other one apart from this product. I can add contact, services, request a quote, about. So in a case where you have a lot of pages, it might not show. All pages might not show here. You can go to view all to see all the pages available in this website. So I would skip this product and I'll just put uh, lastly request a quote. So I may mention how you make this menu appear. Here is how it's going to appear on the front end. Normally I like to leave this contact last, so that it's a way for people to contact you very easily, so it stands out. Okay, the home is always the first for me, and the contact is at the last. Okay, so I can leave about, I can leave our services, I can leave request a quote, and I simply come here and also click on the display locations by default primary menu and save. So primary menu is like your main menu. So we have successfully created our menu, and up next we can go to plugins and install the plugins we need. So I would just delete all these plugins here. I don't think I need them, and I'll click on delete. So in case you have not been with us, plugins, like I mentioned, are just a tiny bit of software that are used to perform certain task. Okay, so I'll be installing 3 different plugins right now, and all of them are closely related to what we'll be using to build our header and footer. So I'll call this, I'll install Elementor first of all, and I'll install Elementor header and footer builder, and I'll install another one known as Elementor kit. So I'm installing them. This one I successfully installed, this other one the same thing. So we'll wait for this one, and when it's installed we head back and we activate them. So Abraham, is there any problem? Abraham? Yeah, I can hear you, but your voice is low.
Can you hear me now?
What did you say?
I said I have a question. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. What's the question?
Okay, the installation of the installation of this Elementor,
Yes.
you have to install, like if you want to use it
Yes.
to advance the features of your website.
Yes.
Can you Do you need to install it in every project, or you just install it directly to your WordPress and it will just be there?
Okay, the thing is that every website has a different database. Okay, so take example,
Okay.
this URL I used initially, lvgconnect.xyz. This is what I used for the live class last time. So this is a fresh website, okay, which is a subdomain. Okay, I don't want to go into that so I don't confuse you. A subdomain is what is created out of a domain. So I just created this one, logistics.lvgconnect.xyz. So it has a different
Okay.
database, so it's not connected to the old one. So WordPress is like a
Okay.
script. Okay, think of a script like a CD plate you can reuse, okay, but in a soft copy format. Okay, a CD plate you can
Okay.
review in a soft copy format. So I've installed this script into another database, so whatever is in the previous database is not affecting this one. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I've installed this, and I'll simply uh, activate this. Alright, perfect. So now I may mention I want to build a header and footer. Probably before then I'll go to settings and change certain things. Okay, from the reading will give us where we want users to go, the page we want users to go in our website. So we want users to go to home. Perfect. Where's the post page? I've not said anything about post, so I will just leave it that way and go to save. You can also discourage search engine from indexing this site. Okay, so if you don't know what index is, a way of Google putting your website up for users to see on Google search engines. So I think that's it. We get to our plugins again, and we go to Elementor header and footer builder to create our header. Okay, that's the first thing I want to do. So I would go to the picture I initially created, or the UI, and this is the header I want to build. Okay, so I want to build something simple, black color. We can put the logo at the center, and we can put another menu here that might be displaying other menu items. Okay, so I'll just click on add new, and I'm creating a header here. After that I create the footer, and we move on from there. So I'll call this default, or let me just call this new header. Okay, select template option. I want to put select template type. I want it to be a header, display on the entire website. Okay, and user roles. Okay, this is all user roles. I think that's it. So we come here and we click on publish. After publish, we can now edit our header. So I would come here and edit our header. Okay, so in this header I think we need 3 things. Okay, in this header we need 3 things. We need our logo, we need another menu here, and we need other display menu here. So basically this will be the same thing with this, but this will just be for people who want to see other menu items. Okay, so we can include other menu items here. Okay, or I can just leave it simple, but I'll just follow this. Okay, and let's build our project. So remove this, continue. Okay, there's something I did not do. I need to remove this Elementor from grid and container view. So I'll just head back, plugins, I go to Elementor, and I go to settings, I go to features, and I scroll down to where I have flexbox and grid. Okay, so inactive, so I come here also, I put it as inactive. So I'll just simply save, and that's perfect. Okay, so I'll head back to plugins, and I'll head back to edit the header, and I edit it here. So this takes us to the front end, like how we initially began. So okay, so now we need to fully understand how this works. Okay, I made mention the last time about header and sections and inner sections and all that. Okay, and columns. Okay, so in here we need to look. Okay, this is just one section. Okay, I made mention of section the last time. Sections is a way of dividing your um, website into different components. So here we have one section, and we have 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay, so these are three different things: 1, 2, 3 columns. So I'll just do it how it is here. It might not be necessarily exactly, but at least you get the concept. So I'll get 3 columns here, and I'll make it full width, and I'll just change it to black, the background color to black. Okay, update. Okay, so it's black, and we have a height. You can give it a little height, or just leave the height. So first of all, we can put up a sub menu known as Canva. Okay, Canva. So I can change this background. Now this Canva is just a way of okay, so that's it. So this Canva is a way of how do I put it? It's a way of having a hamburger menu in the desktop screen. Okay, hamburger menus are mostly meant for mobile screen or other responsive screen. So I would also put our logo here. So I come to the header.
Boss, please come again.
Okay, so we are following the UI here. Okay, and this is a hamburger. All right, now this hamburger, it's mostly on the responsive screen. Okay, like how we did it the last time. Now in WordPress, the responsive hamburger is just automatic if you go to the smaller screen, but this one I put here, it's also meant for the major screen. So I made mention is one of the plugins here known as Canva, header of Canva. Okay, and this is one of the plugins I installed. Okay, so it contains this widget here, header of canvas. Okay, so I simply dragged and dropped it. All right, is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay?
Sorry, I disconnected and connected back. You said the hamburger you put is for both the is both for both the mobile and the desktop view.
Yes, 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 yes. Do you understand
Okay.
now?
Yes.
Okay, so we are trying to replicate this. Okay, we're trying to replicate this. So we have gotten this first part. Like I made mention, it doesn't have to be exactly. We can even make it bigger than how it is. Okay, so let me just try and do that. Please try and watch closely. I'll also make this video available. So I try to put it to the center, and I try to give this column, this entire column, a red. Okay, so that it somehow matches what we are doing. Oh, sorry. Okay, so up next we have our logo, right? Here, we have a logo here. So I'll come to the widget screen and search for site logo, or I can just search for logo. So this is one of the header footer plugin we installed. I will simply drag and drop, and we have our logo. Okay, so I don't think I've changed this logo. I don't think I've changed this logo, so I can simply go back and change the logo later. Okay, is that okay? Up next, I have the menu. Okay, so I will say menu, header and footer. I will say menu. Okay, so we have menu here, and I can simply put this uh, vertical middle. Okay, and I will save it, and we go back again and we see, I think this should be white. The menu items, okay, that should be white. So I come back, and I put this text color as white. Okay, and I save. Now the heading and the other menu and all that I made mention is going to be Roboto condensed. Think so. So I'll say Roboto condensed. Okay, and I can give this maybe a 25. Oh, it's too much. I can give it a 20. Perfect. So now you need to understand that this is going to be different from the mobile screen. Okay, but I'm going to get there how we can navigate this. Okay, so let's just finish building the uh, you know laptop version before we go to the mobile version. So we have theme builder here. Okay, so now up next we go to the footer. Alright, now I made mention the footer is the bottommost part of the website. So the footer is where you have some other stuffs here. Okay, you have the copyright, you have everything. So we'll try to stick to this as much as possible. Okay, before we get onto the responsive design. So at the back end here, and we can just simply go to plugins, and we simply go to Elementor header and footer builder, and we add a new footer here. Okay, so we call this new footer. Right, we select template option, footer, display on the entire website, user roles all, and we try to disable, let me see, we try to disable the other footer, and we publish. So when we publish, we can simply edit with Elementor, and we have our new footer. So I come here, I use edit with Elementor. Okay, so now we go back and we see how many sections and how many columns we need to add. Since we have all black, that's perfect. So we have logistics. So in here, I would simply divide this into 3 inner columns. This is one inner column, this is the second inner column, and this is the last inner column. Okay, so just follow up so that we can see how we can build this together. So I'll come here to section. I've created the first section, I give it the full width, and I drag and drop 3 inner sections. Okay, so we have the first one, and we have the second one, and of course we have the last one. Okay, so this should all be full width. Alright, so inner section box will be full width, and the second one should all be full width also. The third one should all be full width, and the main section we can give it a padding left and right, let's say 20, 20, and of course we give all a black background color. Okay, so I save. Now we go back and we check how many columns in the first section. Okay, we'll have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So I'll just give it 3 columns in the first section here. Duplicate. All right, welcome. So let's continue so that we can close up. I think it's getting quite late. Now we have a text here known as what? Logistics and transportation company. Okay, which is for the first column. Okay, so look at it very well. I'm gonna build this. So we have probably before that I think we have something known as divider. Okay, which I made mention. Okay, so this is a divider at the uppermost part here. So I will just use a divider. Perfect. So I'll put in the first column here, and I'll simply drag and drop this. Okay, which I've done. So I will change the divider color to red, which should be FF0000. Perfect. And I can increase the weight so that we'll be able to see it clearly. Okay, so can you guys see the line? Okay, so I go back and I put up a header, a heading text here. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Yes.
So we have logistics and transportation company. So I would simply just replicate this. Okay, so for the headings, this is heading. We can give it a heading 4. We can give this a white. I think
So
so.
you've missed an N in your transportation.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for observing that. Please don't forget to be constantly saving your project. And I come here, I give this a roboto condensed, and I give this maybe 40. Oh, 40. Alright, so we'll try to see how. Okay, logistics and transportation company. Alright, so I can make this exactly how it is. And so this is not very necessary, but we can put a BR here. Okay, it's not necessary. Okay, since this is a no code, I will not do that. Okay, logistics and transportation company. Okay, let's just leave it how it is. All right, perfect. So we go back again and we'll see what is here. I think we have a text here. I can't really see it. We have 3 texts here. I can simply ignore that. I can also come here, duplicate this, and the text here I think is something company, I think. Let's see. Okay, and we have things like privacy policy, terms and conditions, contact. Okay, so I will just put about privacy policy, terms and condition, contact. So I can use the main menu, or I can use something known as list. Okay, so to use list, I simply come here to the widget and put list. Okay, I put list, and I can put here, I think from there we have about. I delete this out, there are no logos, and we can put terms of service. Okay, and we can also put terms of service, and we can put privacy policy, and I think what we have though, we have contact. Okay, so remember, other texts are not, the font color should be white. Okay, and we have, okay, Helvetica. I think this is what I couldn't see on Google Font, but I think it's present here. So we have 20. Okay, perfect. So this is for the first inner section here. Okay, so you notice there's a space at the top and also a space at the bottom. Okay, so I think we can give a little space at the top and at the bottom, so we can give it, let's say, a padding 20 and top 20. Okay, perfect. So we go on to the next step, right, which is this. So we have a number here. I couldn't see this text, so I just simply ignored it. So we have a number here, we have an email address, we have service here, and I think we have another menu here. Okay, so I would simply do that. I think we have 3 columns also. 1 2 3, perfect. All right, perfect. So 1 2 3. I'll simply put this as 2 columns because of this line here. Okay, I'll simply put this as 2 columns because of this line. So this is 1, and I can put an inner section here, but I can leave it as it is. And we have, I can simply duplicate this and drag and drop, duplicate. Okay, and I'll just simply make those text bigger. So for numbers, I can put a demo number here. I can use +1 9990078 and for the email, I can use the custom email. I can say info at logistics.lvg, or let's use the name, let's say spring logistics dot xyz. Okay, so I think the text here are a little bit bigger, and we can also give it, let's say 40 30. The 30 should be perfect. We'll save. Okay, so I come here and I check what's the next thing here. We have a line here, and instead of creating a new line, I can simply duplicate this and drag and drop. Okay, and we can put, oh, I wanted to see I can put another inner section inside here, but let me see. Let me see. Okay, so let me create the, what do we have here? Company, right? I can drag and drop this to the end of here. Okay, duplicate, delete, perfect, delete. Okay, so I just put this in another section to save our time, so I can duplicate this. Perfect. Okay, so what do we have here? We have I think we have a menu, so I'll just use the menu here, and this is services. Perfect. uh, Duplicate. So we have services. Please, if you're following, just indicate. Thank you. Okay, I'll put a menu here. The menu we created earlier on. So I would just go back. Hope it's saved. Okay, so I can put a menu here, so I can say site title, oh sorry, site menu, navigation menu, sorry. And I changed this to the layout. I changed it to what? Vertical. Okay, so we also have Helvetica here, vertical. So I go to style and I give it Helvetica. Perfect. And I give it a color of white. I think this should be 20. What did we use here? Text 20 something 400. So text 20. Okay, we change it to 400. Okay, so they look much alike now. Alright, so we go to the next step, which is basically the last step. So I also like to add a copyright to our own page. So I think this carries the name of the company, but I would like us to just keep it simple. So let us put a copyright here. Okay, instead of this, let's just put a copyright. So we can add a copyright of the name of the website. You just go to the navigation here where you can get widgets and you type copyright. Alright, so I'll just put it here, and that's it. So we are done with our footer. Save. Now we are not looking at how it looks on the mobile screen. Okay, so we can look at it now. It looks on the mobile screen and adjust it, okay, respectively. So this is how it looks on the tablet, and this is how it looks on the mobile screen. Okay, so on the mobile screen, I think we can even basically leave it as it is. I can reduce this a little bit. Okay, so I can give this 20. Perfect. Save. Alright, so this looks on the mobile screen is not so bad. On the tablet and on the desktop. Okay, so I think we are done with our footer. I'll simply just delete this other column and I'll drag this up to the center. Okay, so I think we're done with our footer, and these pages should also work about. So now there's something I want to let you guys know. This is a list. Okay, this is a list, but there's a way we can link these to pages. This is also a dead link. Okay, it's like a normal text, but there's a way we can link these to pages. So instead of going to the URL and finding out which page is which, you can simply come here, any page of your choice, and just type the name of the page. So I want to go to the about page here. I come here, I click this pencil, and I come to the about, and you can type the name of the page. You can simply type about. So the about page is going to load up. Okay, so it's working. And terms of service, if we have a page known as terms of service, we can say terms of service. I don't think we do. I can leave that one as a dead link. Privacy policy, I think we do have a page as privacy policy. I don't know if it's published. Privacy policy, I don't think it's published. So any page you have that is published can basically show up here. Okay, so contact, so this is contact. Perfect. So if we test this out, I think it should be working. I put this in the preview state, so this should work perfectly well. I didn't have a hover, but we can basically do that. So look at this, our website. We'll go back and I think we'll test this out. Contact. Perfect. Okay, so I go back and we go to the back end plugin. Okay, so we try to change the logo again. So we remove the logo that we have by default here. I think I didn't do that. I was trying to change the font, but I was not really getting what I wanted. So you can change it through either here or okay. So I go to site identity. Help me. So go to site identity and we remove the logo here. Okay, and we search for the logo we just created. Okay, so we can basically adjust it. I think this should be perfect. And let me see, it should be perfect. So I can crop this, and this is how it's going to show it. So we can adjust it to our choice. I simply publish this. So we'll go back to Elementor header and footer builder, and I think we'll be done with our header when we fix this up. So we go to header. Please, if you're following, you can indicate. Alright, perfect. Abraham, are you still here? Okay.
Yes, boss.
Alright, so I'm trying to round up the header and footer builder. So I try to see how it looks on the mobile screen and the responsive design. Okay, so this is how it looks. So I won't want this to show on the mobile screen. So there's something I can do, okay, for this column. So I can come here and click on this column, and I go to something they call responsive, yes. So I don't want it to show on the tablet screen, and I don't want it to show on the mobile. So this is going to be completely invincible. Okay, so update, and we go back again. You can see it's not showing, and we go to the mobile screen, it's not showing. So I just want this to be 2 columns, okay, in the mobile screen. So this is going to be completely invincible. That's why it's not showing anything here. But if you put this on the live preview, it's going to be showing, it's going to be showing only 2 columns and not this. Okay, this is just a developer mode. So I come here and I give this a column width of 50%. Okay, we can increase the logo for the mobile design, and we can put it to the left. We can save this, and we can also come here and give it 50. Okay, so we have the hamburger here, but it's not showing, so we need to change the color. I come here, I click on the icon, I go to style, and I go to this. So this should be for the hamburger. uh, Menu, trigger, and close. Okay, so I give this a color of red, right, and I give this a background color of white. Is that okay? Oh, let's give it a color of red, background color of red, and a color of white. Okay, this should be okay. And let's say I give
Amen.
this a vertical alignment to the middle, and I try to put the horizontal alignment to the right. Okay, layout to the right. Okay, so we update, and we try to give this logo make it bigger. All right, perfect. So I'll update this, and let's see how it looks. Oh, okay, so we work on the drop down also. There's something called drop down, and we can give this a text color of black. Okay, and the hover color is still red, is still default, so we can give it a hover color of red. Okay, and there's something called active. The active is when you click on the home, okay, to show that this is where the particular menu is. So I can also give it an active of red. So I'll update this, and I think we are officially done for the header and footer. Okay, so most things are applicable on the oh, 50. So we have 50. Okay, so we have this head and footer done. Okay, so this is different on the desktop screen. We also need to work on this. Main menu, perfect. Over is red, active is red. So in case I'm not able to finish the entire website, I'll just complete it and make sure that I upload it, give you guys the URL. So that's it for the homepage.
So, boss, I've
Yeah.
seen this twice. The default for hover and active is lemon green.
Yes. So that's how it's set up, with maybe the theme that we are using. Okay, the theme that we installed, the Astra theme,
Okay.
or that's how it's set up in Elementor header and footer builder, one of those plugins we are using. So I didn't use much plugins so that I don't confuse you guys. I think I use just 3 for now, and we can build our website with these 3 and see how it goes. So now this other one, we can add something here. Okay, this is for Canva for the menu, I think so. So we can simply drag and drop something here. I can say menu, hide a menu, or sorry, we simply edit content, and I drag and drop something inside. So I will just drag and drop the menu we already have here. So I know time has gone really far. Maybe by 10:30 I'll just end up everything. I'll also try to see how I can complete the homepage, okay, before that time. um, okay, so let's wait for it to load up. Perfect. And I give this, I think this is a full width, and I give this a height. Oh, there's no need for the height. I'll just search for menu. Okay, primary menu, and I want to make it vertical. Okay, I come to the down one known as layout, vertical. Okay, so this is vertical. Okay, so nothing is going to change until you uh, include all that. So I don't want them to be a breakout point where there's a hamburger. I've removed the breakout point. Okay, although this is only necessary in the desktop screen. Okay, but it's still good to put it on a safe point. So style is where you can increase the height, increase the size. So I'll just give it a big size, and obviously we'll give it a font family of Roboto condensed. Roboto condensed. All right, perfect. So we can give this a color of black. Okay, let's just make it something different. Okay, color of red. I think black would be okay, and we can also give this a hover of red. All right, perfect. And we'll give this an active color of red. Okay, so I think we are done with our head and footer. We'll just
But
hello, what did you say?
I'm following.
Okay, you have any issues?
No,
Oh, I think Mr. Abraham is having issues with his network. So I will just see and I'll update this. So if we were to pull this out, all right, we have a full menu now. Okay,
yeah, two accounts.
all right.
Wait,
So let's quickly head on to the back end. Now there's a shortcut I use instead of coming here. Okay, and go to view page and all that. I just use Control E. All right, Control E. Let me put this shortcut. Control plus E. Okay, so I use Control E. All right, to get a shortcut to the back end. So I'm going to plugins, I'm going to the back end. I simply use plugins. So now we have successfully installed our header and footer. We have put it in responsiveness, and now we can install Elementor to our pages. Okay, so I want to install Elementor to the home page. I come here, I click on edit. So this is what our page looks like right now, and we can simply use edit with Elementor to make sure that we remove anything that we don't really like here, and put up our page how it's in our UI. So this is what we have here. I'll just simply delete everything and go to our UI and look at it one more time. So this is basically our home page. Okay, and what is it saying? Transport and logistics. Okay, transport and logistics, and there's a a text here. Okay, so we can always generate something. So I'll put this in a section, and I also put this in another section. Okay, so we will just put a section here. All right, and make sure that this is full width. Okay, so I don't think our website is in full width mode. I will simply head on to the back end and work on the page again. Plugin, so full width should be getting to the edge of the screen. So I'll go to pages, and I can come to home, edit. Okay, so the right hand part of this home page here, or this is where we can create pages where we can change the URL, where we can change so many things. Okay, so in here I just get into the Astra theme, and I give it a full width, and I make it what unbox. So it's gonna give it a full configuration without giving a padding or margin to the edges of the screen. So I've given it a full width, and I can simply go back and edit Elementor. Okay, so there's a way we can change the entire background color. Okay, I think I was trying to do that earlier on, but we can change it to Elementor here. We go to site and we go to background. and we can change the entire background. So our colors are just black, right? So we have given the entire website a background color of what, black. So I simply update it. You can also add an image if you want. The mobile background, we can also do that. You can change it to black. Update. So we go to our UI and we see this is the first thing. So we can give this a h1. We can simply use this as the name of our project here, which is Spring Logistics. So we drag a h1. Okay, perfect. So we drag a h1 here and we make sure that it's in h1. Okay, and I give this a h1 and I say something like welcome to Spring Logistics. Okay, we can also give it something more beautiful. I can say fancy text. Oh, we don't have those plugins installed, but don't worry, it's fine. We just have 3 plugins. I want to keep it very simple, and we change this to white color. Okay, and we change this to Roboto condensed. Perfect. And we also give this okay, I'll give it a height, a font of 90. 90 should be good. All right, perfect. All right, and I give this a margin top and margin padding top and padding bottom. So I give this 50. I also give this 50. Okay, so welcome to Spring Logistics. Okay, and let's go back and see transport and logistics. Okay, and let's go back and see, I think we have a text here I can also put. Okay, and I put this duplicate. I just delete this out. So welcome to Spring Logistics. I give this a text. I can say your trusted partner in logistics. Okay, your trusted partner in delivering or something like that. So I can say your trusted partner in the your trusted partner in logistics trusts us with your time and money. Okay, I give this obviously white, and I give this a vertical alignment of middle, not bottom, sorry, middle, so that the text is going to be in the center. Perfect. And let's say I give this Helvetica. Perfect. And I give this 20. Okay, so you guys are following, right? All right, so we have a picture here. Okay, we can add a picture here, and I'll just simply add another text here. Sorry, let me even give this a height of minimum height. Okay, I can leave it like that. So let's add a picture of a container. So I downloaded some images later earlier on, and I can simply add them, but simply let me add an image. Okay, so I'll give this a height of minimum height. I'll even make it bigger. So there's a way I want to add it. Okay, I don't want to add it through the normal image settings. Okay, like dragging and drop an image. I want to add it through the background color. Okay, background image or background color. So I can come here and I'll go to style. Remember, I told you we have 2 websites. We can search for images. We have pixels.com and we have freepik. Okay, So I can just search for this. You can search for basically any image of your choice. You can search for pictures of logistics container. Okay, logistics container. So you can download any image of your choice here, and make sure it's okay. So we are trying to stick to this UI, not necessarily exactly, but at least within the structure. So we go to um, search for things like container. Okay, so I love this container here, and I can just use any container of our choice. So I also like this one. So let's download this. So I simply download this. It's completely free, although they have some premium images here, but I don't see a need for you to pay for that. So I go back. Remember, I'm not dragging and drop any image here. I'm going to the section after giving it a height, okay, of 500 thereabout, and I want to add it through the background color. So I click on background image here, and I can go to upload, and we simply go to the image we just downloaded. We go to download. Okay, so I think this is it. You can see other images I downloaded here. Okay, we can put a container, but let's just use this one, and we'll upload. We can put an alt of maybe something related to the image. I can say shipping line, or I can say container ship. All right, so I select, and I want to make sure that this image is okay and in completely displaying how we want it to display. I go to image resolution full, center, scroll, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover. Okay, so I save this. Okay, so you can see our website is coming to life, and we go to the next part of the section here. There might not be any need to put this, so we go to the next part. It's like a part where we have two sections, one section and two columns. Okay, so logistics solutions for business to provide any delivery. So we can come here and put one column, full width, and we can put an inner section here. Okay, and we'll make it also what, full width, and we give this a padding of 20, another padding left right of 20. Okay, so we add a h1. We can simply duplicate, also we add a h2, since it's the second one. I simply duplicate this, and I drag and drop, or instead of duplicating I can copy, and I paste it here. Okay, and I delete this off. Okay, so we can change the text here, and we can also change it to h2. All right, so the text here is showing, what's it showing? Logistic solutions for businesses to solve any delivery problems. Okay, so I will come here and I will say what, logistics solutions for businesses to solve any delivery problems. Okay, so if you notice any error, you can let me know in the spelling or anything. Okay, I think I got logistic solutions for businesses to solve any delivery problems. I think I got that right. Perfect. So you notice it's also too big. You can also adjust the, all right, so I think that serves it, and we save. And we also have another section here. We have learn more. I think this is a little about the company and all that, so I can also do that. But if you notice, there's a space. Remember, we're trying to stick to this UI. There's a space between here and here. Okay, I also try to keep that space. There's something called spacer. Okay, I made mention in the elemental tutorial and the last class. spacer. So this is it. So we can keep a space that would obviously match the height of this header here. Okay, we can keep a space here, and we can drag and drop a text. Okay, a text here, and we can just come up with something. We can say we are a renowned, or say reputable company. We have also been in existence for over 10 years. Are you with us? All right. Okay, Isaiah. Okay, perfect. So we have been also in existence for over 10 years. We have branches all over the world, from Nigeria to China and the USA. Okay, so I've just come up with a little text here for the company. Right, and typography, we are using Helvetica, and we have 20 thereabout. So we can also drag and drop a button. Okay, so this button should lead to let me give this a bottom of 0. So this button should lead to the about page. Okay, so you can add something like read more. All right, and let me see the text that is here. Okay, learn more. Okay, and there's a text of black, the background is black, and there's a border and all that. So let's try and replicate that. Okay, so the color is black. All right, and we have a border of solid. Okay, and I'll give this a border width of 1 or 2, and I'll give this a border radius of let's say 30. Okay, so now the about us page should lead to somewhere. Okay, so I'll click on this link and say about, oh sorry, this read more should lead to somewhere, so it's going to lead to the about us page. So I've linked it up and I have saved. All right, so our website is coming to shape. So we go on to the next thing here, and what do we see? We see a container. Okay, we see a container. So we go back to the website with it, and we can check for a container that is being carried or something like that. Okay, so I think I downloaded some images earlier on, so let's just check on it. Let's see, downloads. So let me see, I think this should work. All right, or else we can just check for container. Let me search for something like this: shipping container being carried. Let's see. The goal is not to make it exactly, but at least something very very similar. So let's see, okay, so I can just use that one we downloaded. Now if you look at the UI, if you notice there's no background. Okay, what the hell is this? Okay, you notice there's no background. Okay, there's no background in anything here, so the background is removed. So you guys, you can go to your website to remove background image and all that. Okay, or background color. Let me just see if I can do that. Background remove that pg. Let me see. I was looking for in a, let me search this other one. Shipping container. Are you guys still with me? Are you guys still with me? Okay, I'll call in 15 minutes. Okay, see, all right, no problem. So let's just do this. Let's rush it up. So I like this one I've seen here in this other website. So I will just simply download it. I don't know if this is transparent, a transparent background, but I will just download it and obviously try to remove the transparent background. So I would upload this. So I'm building this live. Okay, I haven't built this pro before now. I can save this image and can say container of files dot jpg. Okay, so I will try and remove this and see. So I remove this, and I think this is it. Okay, so unsupported file type. Oh, I'll try another image and see. Let me see. Perfect. Let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Or if we can't find one, I think this one says I've reached my daily limit and all that. So we can just use it as it is. So I would really like us to finish this homepage. So what do we have here? Okay, so I will just use it as it is. Okay, so I think we have. Should we extend the call? Should we extend the call? Are you guys still with me?
Basically, remaining procedure of creating the theme
Um,
in the page and
okay,
the text are just the same.
okay. So let's
I'm
just.
asking.
Yes, 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 yes. So
ca-
the only,
Did you?
the only, the only critical part I would have
Okay.
loved to really touch is where we have to create a contact form and all that. So it's not the same thing like when you code or something of that nature. So you need to install certain plugins, for it to work. So let's see. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Let's
Mhm.
see.
Okay. But Ross, will you have time maybe tomorrow evening to just
Continue.
maybe probably do a continuation of this live class maybe by that same 8:45, 8:30?
Okay, possibly.
Because
So
some people are not here
okay,
again.
all right, no problem. So let's just finish our time here. Whatever stops, we'll just end it there. Then tomorrow we can do another one. That's a very good idea because it's very good when you guys are here. You guys are asking questions. If you post some videos, people might not really understand the concept. I'm prayer before now. I'm just using my experience. I have not come here to practice anything. So if I make mistakes, there's room for everybody to learn. If I do something right, there's also room for everybody to learn. So I'm also learning while I'm building this. Okay, so I'm just using my experience looking at this. But the minimum thing, I try to make you guys understand how you can break this down into components. Okay, how you can know that this is a different section from this. Okay, and this section has two columns. Okay, and now columns, you can stack them on top of each other. Okay, so it's just a very straightforward process. Okay, hopefully tomorrow we can get a better image that would possibly replicate this. Okay, we can also do something about this, and get our website on. So this is also going to be our e-commerce website. Okay, so I can call this container. So I'll just configure it in a way that you can actually buy something from this website. Okay, position, center, attachment, scroll. Let me just put it at fixed. I don't like this fixed. Scroll, perfect. I don't even like this picture. Now repeat, cover. Okay, this is not bad. We save. Okay, so that's it. So we'll try to stop here today, and let's try to just do the responsive design quickly. So now this is how it looks on the desktop, this is how it looks on the tablet. The tablet is not always a problem because it's very similar size to the desktop. So this is how it looks on the mobile. Okay, so if you notice, it's too big here on the mobile, the text. Okay, so we can actually change this on the mobile screen. All right, so the typography, if you notice, if we click here, you have three screens. Okay, so this is for the mobile screen. Now if you change it, it's not going to affect the desktop screen. So I can make this, let's say 30, and I can put this to the center. Okay, so this is also very good. Or I can make this 35. Okay, so I scroll down, and let's say I can also make this 35. And what's this space here, I can also hide it. Okay, I come to the responsiveness and I hide it on the tablet. Oh sorry, I hide it on the mobile screen. Okay, so it does not show. So we'll be running up very soon. I think our time is up, but we can basically see, okay, how straightforward it is to build a website with WordPress. And we're building a live project here. We've asked some questions, and okay, I don't know, this is not supposed to show how it's showing right now. I will check on the Z index. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna be stopping here for now. I will just end our recordings.